everyone. Well, was gonna react to another channel before the finest here. So we're gonna react to 5 unicorns caught in cam.
In Dave, the slang term parallels the common conception of the unicorn, or one-horned horse or rhinoceros, as a purely fictional animal. But can we be sure? The first writings on unicorns were recorded in Greek natural history, not myth. Unicorn spotting was popular in the Middle Ages. Here are 5 intriguing caught-on-camera unicorns of unknowable veracity. Let's begin. Number 5. The Uzbekistan Wonder Bull. The Greeks didn't envision the earthly unicorn as we do, or as any type of dainty, pure white flying Pegasus. Instead, Aristotle referred to the unicorn as a type of one-horned antelope. Like most other Greek philosophers and scientists, Aristotle saw India as the natural habitat of these strange beasts. This documentary footage, shot in Uzbekistan in Central Asia, shows a type of bull with a prominent devilish center horn shaped like that of a storybook unicorn. The eyewitnesses pull the horn and demonstrate that it's no plastic prop, but the goatish, satanic-looking beast is nothing like our modern-day coloring book conception of a unicorn. It's much more like what the Greeks thought were hiding in the wilds of Asia. Number 4. It's not a scary doe. Is nothing like our modern-day coloring book conception of a unicorn. It's much more like what the Greeks thought were hiding in the wilds of Asia. Number 4. It's not a scary door, it's a scary house. Released in May 2016, this footage of a possible real-life unicorn more closely matches the fairy tale version accepted in modern society. It stands as a horse does and is much more majestic than any bull or antelope. But the YouTube user The Scary Door, responsible for displaying the footage, drew immediate derision from viewers, probably due to the blatant self-promotion of their investigative video clip channel. However, the footage being taken from another documentary is probably a good thing. Somebody shot it, and they weren't sitting in an office thinking up spooky slogans, so take the footage as it is. Who's to say such a creature can exist on our strange planet? Number 2. If you can't find them, make them. California newspapers were shocked in 1980 to receive photographs of a unicorn with a foot-long appendage being raised on a local farm. The breeders Morning Glory and Otter Gazelle had bred their own real-life unicorn. They named it Lancelot, by the way. Although their achievement wasn't actually anything new. As early as the 1930s, such real-life, if man-made unicorns had been performing in the circus, the Barnum and Bailey Circus to be exact. Eyewitnesses described Lancelot as purely medieval, cloven hooves, a silk tail, and a golden horn. His popularity led Glory and Gazelle to continue to breed genuine, elegant unicorns. News footage recently appeared on cable to shame our friends from North Korea for claiming to have found a unicorn lair near a government capital. Now, it's true that if a North Korean leader goes bowling, his score is reported in the news as a perfect 300. Dictators lie a lot. But this time, the giggling Western press got it wrong. What North Korean scientists actually claim to have found are the remains of a Kareen, a mythological chimera-like animal with the features of a horse, cow, and a one-horned goat. The beast was said to be legendary Korean King Dongmyeong's favorite method of transportation.
To what we just showed on screen. With that said, let's keep things moving. Number 19. A dog-monkey creature. Remember a time before good cameras when we had to tell a story from our memory and hoped people would believe us? Our experiences may have been so unbelievable that most people didn't. Well, one guy was able to capture something incredibly weird on camera, which means you don't have to speculate on whether it happened, but on what the creature actually was. A cyclist had decided to test ride his bike with a camera down a small path at the side of his village. It was his first time using a camera to see how it would work. As he cycled down a narrow path at great speed, something gray jumped down from a wall and nearly landed on him. At the time, he thought it was a dog and got quite a fright. He stopped his bike, but the animal was gone. After reviewing the footage later, the man realized it didn't really look like a dog, but some kind of dog-monkey creature that happened to be nearly the same size as his bike. to this day, he hasn't been able to identify it, and neither can the internet. He uploaded the footage onto YouTube in 2017, and most people can only speculate rather than provide a solid answer for what almost landed on him that day.
Monkey.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot, which some people also call Sasquatch, is a supposed ape-like creature that lives in the forests of North America. Over the years, many people have claimed to have seen Bigfoot, but they always seem to have used a potato as a camera, meaning the footage is never crystal clear. This is one of those situations, but what you see is actually quite alarming. A man strapped a GoPro to his dog as it ventured through a forest in Oregon. It looked like any ordinary forest, and the dog was moving slowly through it. All of a sudden, to the left of the dog, you can make out a dark, ape-like creature standing up on two legs and moving through the forest. It did look a bit like how we perceive Bigfoot to be, and the clip has received hundreds of thousands of views, as you would imagine. Bigfoot's a big get. However, many people are quick to point out that it's probably a fake, and the dog plays a part in why that might be. If a dog saw a creature like that, wouldn't it react? One YouTuber even said, "Your dog showed no reaction as you walked by in the ape suit." And that really could be what happened. Although, like every single other piece of Bigfoot footage, we will likely never know for sure. When Greg Tompkins was out on a hunting trip, a kangaroo got his hunting dog, Max, in a headlock. Greg ran quickly towards the room, which tried to deliver a kick to the dog's stomach with its claws, which is generally how they can rip open your abdomen. Fortunately for Max, Greg got there in the nick of time, and the roo's attention turned towards him, which allowed Max to free himself. Greg punched the kangaroo in the face, and it eventually took off. 14. Suspicious owls. Owls are interesting little creatures, and it's not often we get to see what they do up close and personal. But wildlife photographer Megan Lorenz was able to capture some incredible and humorous footage on her GoPro. Unlike other photos and videos she takes, she didn't even need to leave her own home to capture the now viral footage. Megan set up a GoPro camera on her lawn in front of her home. As she left her property, the camera picked up two owls standing curiously in front of the camera, with one looking like it was bobbing its head to music that only it could hear. Owls can't move their eyes individually, so they actually bob their heads around to help them gain depth perception of whatever they're looking at. This is probably what the owl was doing. The two owls just watched the camera for a long time until eventually the most curious of the two went directly up to it. The footage, with music in the background, was so well done that it was used in an official GoPro ad.
Today we're reacting to... Tell them. Dragons. Don't know what's the name of the channel. The Supreme. Yep.
So I know you probably clicked on this video today and told yourself there's absolutely no way that these people are about to convince me that dragons exist. And well, maybe you're right, but also maybe you're wrong. What's up, folks? Welcome to The Supreme, your daily YouTube channel bringing you the best in entertainment from some of the deepest and darkest corners of the internet. I'm your host, Maddie Wills, and today's title is 7 times people have seen dragons in real life. Content today will feature things that, with Chinese mythology and symbolism being so wrapped up in the existence of the age-old dragon, it's no surprise that some of our content today will feature things that no doubt originated over in China. It's also important to understand that in no way are we proclaiming that dragons actually exist or that they're an absolute fact. All we can do is submit the evidence and let you all make up your own minds. So check out this first clip that comes from a newspaper publication in the aforementioned country, China. These images represent what many locals on the ground said was undoubtedly a flying dragon, much like the ones featured in the infamous show Game of Thrones. Now, do you know that I still haven't finished that series? So, hey, no spoilers. Anyway, check it out. Countless phone calls were made to authorities when this flying, large, winged animal could be seen flapping over several different Chinese cities. Others who just knew that this couldn't be a real dragon suggested that it could possibly be a pterosaur, which of course sounds just as ridiculous as suggesting that it is a dragon. A pterosaur, in case you didn't know, is a dinosaur, and they've been extinct for about 65 million years. So what do you really think this could be? A dragon? A hoax? Just like every other snagged by a fisherman? Up next, we got a story that broke online about 5 years ago. This time around, the story comes from Inner Mongolia, where a fisherman claims to have reeled in actual evidence of the supposedly mythical beast by way of a 5-foot dragon. Now, I've got to say that my radar went up almost immediately because this is the first time in my life that I've ever heard of a dragon being found in a freshwater lake. But hey, what do I know? I just thought that dragons flew in the skies and not swam in our waters. But the more that I thought about it, if there was something wrong with the dragon and it ended up collapsing out of the sky for any reason, well, there's almost a 50-50 chance that it's going to end up in a large body of water. Because, well, it's either it crashes on water or it falls down to the ground. So that's why I said
arts and crafts. I mean, look at that ridiculous sewing. Why can't we see its underbelly? Because there's a sew stitch line on there, probably.
a 50-50 chance. Anyway, what the heck do you really think this is? It most certainly doesn't look like any other underwater creature that I've ever seen. But when you compare this supposed dragon that was pulled up from the waters to the traditional Chinese art, sheesh. What am I supposed to believe? Surely the variety that eats and breathes. These gigantic metal-made machines could be surfaced just a few years ago back over in China. Now, trust me, I know that some of the things that you've seen today have been slightly, well, let's just say they've been a bit unusual. But I hope you saved some room for some more weird news because that's exactly what we'll be ending with. Check it out. In a video that claims to be originally uploaded back in April of 2017 from over in Li Shu Da Ji, Junshin Shi. Hey, I think I actually nailed that. I probably didn't. But check this out. It appears to be a teeny tiny baby dragon resting in some sort of nest. Whoa, this footage looks absolutely incredible. Teeny tiny baby dragon from over in Li.
Look at dragon head. China's dragon confirmed. See, that's its snake body. That's its wings. That's its hair. That's its head.
Shu Da Ji, Junshin Shi. Hey, I think I actually nailed that. I probably didn't. But check this out. It appears to be a teeny tiny baby dragon resting in some sort of nest. Whoa. This footage looks absolutely incredible. But of course, the one thing that we absolutely have to ask ourselves is this real? Could it be? If dragons aren't real creatures, then, well, why is this cute little thing here? If you think this is just another prime example of computer graphics and AI, then let us know your thoughts down in the comments. But if there's a chance that
this is probably like a toy or like a made item, or it's computer. A doll.
You think this could in fact be the real thing, even if it's just the
I don't have one with me. I got it. And I'll 2024 first one. Yeah, just the address, you guys report. So yeah, 1320 is going to be trying to have 369.